there's a beautiful magic about baseball. It's got the pageantry and the romance and the nostalgia, 150 years of history. Myself and Lark and John and Mariano came together and we formed Baseball United in November of 2022.
It's not every day you get to take a top 5 sport and fan base and really revenue generation and bring it to a part of the world that is young, vibrant, and such a sports-loving community. If this can't get you fired up, I'm not sure what will.
It's not just bringing the sport over here. It's bringing the whole ecosystem, building the whole infrastructure, doing all the education, getting all the government relationships that are needed and necessary to do business in this part of the world.
It's just been an unbelievable journey, and really the group of guys that we're doing this with, from really the founding group to where we are now, how could you not want to be involved?
He might have gone with it.
Baseball is one of those things that, as you know, is ingrained in American culture. And, you know, I was lucky enough to be exposed to it at an early age. Born and raised in New York City, New York Mets fan, by the way. But I can remember back to the 1986 World Series when the Mets won.
I remember being 9 years old and getting the Houston Chronicle newspaper back in the day. My dad would always get the Sunday edition, and at the end of the Sunday edition was the sports section, and at the end of the sports section they had the baseball section, and they had all the stats of all the MLB teams. And I had a little white spiral notebook, and every Sunday I would literally look at all the stats and copy them into my notebook. I wouldn't do any math or anything. I just literally copy them and write in my notebook, so I had baseball stats. Was obsessed with it, man. It was and is my passion.
Every detail matters. If somebody tells you differently, they never f***ing built anything. And they sure as hell have never built something as big as we're trying to build. Every detail matters, every moment matters. All right, every relationship matters. That's how we have to be.
All right, let's go. Let's finish this one. Let's go.
It's been a difficult journey. There have been roadblocks, but Cash doesn't see them as a roadblock. He sees them as roots, and he channels us through those roots. Cash is a wonderful leader, be it investors, be it players from across the world, or be it fans in the stand. He is somebody who can unite all of them with just one simple message, but powerful, which is that this game is here to stay and this game can unite the world.
I spent the first 10 years of my career in the corporate world, and I've spent the last dozen years as an entrepreneur. What I've learned is that the corporate world is the zoo. You know, the corporate world is a zoo, and I say it with all due respect, 'cause I live both, but the corporate world is a zoo because no matter what animal you are, you know when you're getting fed, 9 a.m., noon, 5 p.m. You know the circumference and the details of your surroundings. You know everything around you backwards and forwards. And no matter how big it is or how small it is, that space is still a cage, you know, and you're safe in that cage. Entrepreneurship is the jungle. You know, it's the full-on jungle where you not only don't know what's happening next month, you don't know what's happening next minute, you know? You don't know what's gonna hit you when you go to the left. You don't know what obstacle's coming from the right. You don't know what opportunity is coming from above, you know? And you have to hunt every single day for what you eat.
All I know, or all my friends know about baseball is through the American TV shows and movies. So to take that decision of bringing that sport into this region is, as I said, is commendable, and that takes a lot of effort. So to be a part of that and to live that dream of and seeing that it is coming true to life, it's awesome.
At the most basic level, when you're a sports league, you're an event company, and the most important factors when you're planning an event are the venue and the date. And if the venue keeps shifting and the date keeps shifting, you ain't got shit. So I needed to find something and create something where we could control those two variables. So we did it, and we built Baseball United Ballpark in 38 freaking days.
In 38 days! You understand? John, it took us 38 days to get this PowerPoint right, brother. We built the field.
Seeing the ballpark today, after knowing everything we went through to build the ballpark, to plan the ballpark, to design the ballpark, under Cash's leadership and John Miedrich as well, being able to just sit in those first meetings, think about, the distance of left field and center field and right field and the degrees of the angle of the wall and, just thinking about my first time stepping onto the dirt patch, and now today being able to walk out there to a professional baseball field in the middle of Dubai, one of the most iconic cities in the world, is just something I never thought, would be possible.
There ain't no other ballpark that's ever been built, no other stadium venue that's played at a professional level that's been built that fast.
Go UAE! National baseball team from the UAE!
We created the UAE National Baseball Team program, the first time in history that this country, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, the Emirates surrounding it, has a national baseball team. We put that national baseball team on the field for the first time in 2024 in a tournament that was the largest and most diverse international baseball tournament in the history of this region.
Well, obviously, anytime you come into a new market, there's barriers of entry, right? And it's understanding the way things are done in this part of the world, in this region. We're setting a standard that we want to achieve greatness, because if we don't do that, not only do we want that and we believe that's right, but it's actually necessary for what we're trying to do, because if we're not hitting at that bar, if we're not getting over that bar, then quite frankly, this task would be, unsurmountable.
All of that is historic. All of that has never been done before, We started selling our merchandise, our retail baseball merchandise in Dubai Mall.
The most visited destination on planet Earth. 110 million people are going to visit it this year with our partners at Go Sport.
All of these historic firsts, and none of that anyone thought was possible. That's the magic behind what we're doing. That's the opportunity behind what we're building.
Cash is not a leader who just says things. First he guides us, he leads us, and he shows the way. That's how Cash is different from all other CEOs I've seen.
Empty seats, full seats. Sponsors, no sponsors. Broadcast, no broadcast. Cameras working, cameras not working. Signage straight, signage not straight. It's us. Anything and nothing at the same time. The only variable, the only difference is you. All right? That's how we gotta be. This is a sports organization. We're trying to be great. We're trying to be elite. Never can be 10 out of 10 the first time. We didn't make 8 out of 10. We didn't make it tonight, honestly. It wasn't from a lack of effort. Some folks, it took you a while to get started. Done me, I was screaming at you, right? I'm like, get those fuckers rowdy. And then I say, "Done me like with the thing." I'm like, okay, got it. You fucking started going. So now I know what I got to do. Whoever had right, who was in right field? Hey, give these guys a hand. Aki and Skip had right field going. I think the beers I sent everybody helped.
I've been talking to my team a lot about this crazy paradox of having a humble heart and having that humility that you're fallible, that mistakes can happen, that you don't know everything, that you need to learn every day, that you gotta work to get better every day, that there's always something for you to improve on. You need that humility, you need that humble heart. I believe you gotta wake up and thank God every day. But at the same time, when you're in this desert jungle and you gotta fight and hunt and scrap for everything, you also need this intensity of ego and fire, you know, and confidence and conviction to be able to push through and fight through and go get what you're trying to get, because no one's gonna give it to you.
We have this probably the most qualified owners group in the history of any sport. I mean, we're not saying that like, you know, as a catchphrase. It's actually true on paper, right? So it's actually a pinch yourself moment, I think, for us as sports fans, as huge baseball fans, to kind of say that we were able to go out and inspire some of these guys to want to be a part of this. But I must say, it gives us instant credibility in the world of baseball. There's really nobody in the world of baseball who's a fan of baseball who doesn't know about Baseball United.
All these kind of developmental games that are fun for young people to play teaches them the skill sets that they'll be able to use when they participate in baseball. So it is all about the youth. It is about having fun and encouraging them to be active.
It's really cool, like what everything is going on. So I think it's really important for all the guys, you know, to get seen. You know, they're playing all over the place. We're on camera. You know, it's a lot of opportunity for a lot of guys. You know, it's a way to get going. So I think so that's important, really important for us to like get going and then get everything going in the right direction, and then so we can see more people coming and more people joining us up.
You know, I always say that building something from nothing is the most difficult, yet most beautiful thing that you can do. And that commonality and that paradox between the beauty and the difficulty is apparent in every step you take. Because you're like, man, I love this shit. And then you're like, man, I hate this shit.
Like so many things, and it's literally been 4 hours of trying to convert to 12 different file types or whatever the it is, and like, I just hate that we can't.
You can't account for every random problem. You know?
We fix 99.9% of every other thing that happens for a presentation, and this one sucks.
But you did a good job, man, doing that. You were thrown into the fire too, man.
Definitely disappointed.
I don't think anyone's gonna No one's gonna remember it, but just you want to be perfect on it. But I started crying right before I spoke, just because it's been a lot.
It's been good. It was great for our organization. This was for what we are, what we're building. That sucked that we did that, but overall, it was a 10 out of 10. Learn from this though. You know, we don't have everyone here, but you're gonna have moments where shit hits the fan, and you gotta solve it, not in minutes, not pontificating, but in that instant. All right. So just how do you solve it? Belief in yourself, belief in the mission, and knowing exactly what you're supposed to do ahead of time.
I know when I go to the ballpark, there's going to be things that have to be adjusted and shifted in real time. But again, if we watch the way that Cash did that at that level, I mean, that's impressive. And maybe we all aren't there at that level one day, but it's all about raising our own level.
If you told me 3 years ago we were going to accomplish, I would have told you it's impossible. We played the first ever professional, I mean, when you think about this, the history of the world, the first ever professional baseball games, November 24th and 25th of 2023 here at the Dubai International Stadium. I mean, this is historic. First time a professional pitch was ever thrown, Bartolo Colon threw, you know, the first four-seam fastball to Robinson Cano, who was at the plate. Just an unbelievable accomplishment for that to happen. So I think that we've already set our place in history to that we were able to make that happen.
30 days to pull all this up, man. That's, wow, it's unbelievable. A lot of hard work, man.
We made people happy, and the best part is these kids running around the field, running the bases at the end.
Inspiring kids to play the game, right? And that's an important step in what we're doing for sure. That grassroots engagement on the ground, you know, putting a bat and ball and a glove in, you know, a young kid's hand, and hopefully making them a lifelong fan of this game. Now we know 3 generations of family going to sit next to each other and having a soda and a hot dog at the ballpark, right? What is that experience like? As Americans, that's something we're very familiar with and very fond of. That's something that we had to teach here.
Thank you to all of you fans who have come out to support baseball in Dubai.
I mean, we all knew what we did wrong yesterday, and we shifted our plan. All those things that we did wrong, we did it different today, intentionally. And every single thing we did better.
1, 2, 3, baseball united!
It's an exciting challenge, and I think that we've done well with it, and we're going to continue to have to, you know, execute on these things, and there's going to be more challenges that arise. But that's, you know, part of this journey, and that's part of this entrepreneurial roller coaster that we've been on.
We did it. We did it. History after history after history, milestone after milestone. This team proved everybody wrong and made it happen on this beautiful ballpark in this field of dreams. Let's go, baby.
I may not be around when we finally get there, but what's important to me is laying the right foundation, creating the right pillars, creating the right culture and values as an organization, so that the person that comes after me and the people that come after me can take the baton from there.
1, 2, 3, baseball united. 1, 2, 3, baseball united! Thank you guys. Good night. Good night. Thank you.